Yeah.
Anyway.
Wish her well.
I wonder where she is now.
I think she might be dead.
Good. Could have happened to a better person, actually. Karma, bitch. Can't say that.
I hope you can go swimming in hell.
Dead.
And
then you get it out like you would any other pan or tray or anything.
Well, the handle's hot now.
Well, anything you put in the oven's hot. You just have to use the handle. Imagine you getting a pan out of the oven and just being like, oh, 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 oh. You just you'd look like you'd have somebody had sent in being like, you can give a shout out to my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's from Sarah. He sounds like a massive slang.
Yeah.
Oof, doof, ha, pow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I kind of want my own radio show now. Welcome to episode
I forgot what it was called then.
137
of Ghost Huns.
Ghost Huns. We tell the world's creepiest stories and get haunted so you don't have to.
And I'm Anna Bitchkovsky.
I'm Susie Priest.
With hungover.
I'm Susie Priest.
It's Susie Priest. I'm
Susie Priest.
We're all very hungover, aren't we?
Yeah, we
had a lovely show.
Caroused this weekend.
Yeah, we had a lovely show yesterday. Yeah, I'd been in Leeds the night before, so I had a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning to get to London in time for our show, and then we got absolutely battered.
Yeah, if you came to our Ghost Huns live in a spooky church, well done. Thank you for coming.
It was quite mental, wasn't it?
Chaotic, and apparently the acoustics weren't great, so if you didn't hear a lot of the stories...
Sorry.
Sauce.
But there's nothing we can do.
God wasn't on our side.
Everybody seemed to have a really nice time, and it was really fun. And
we had lovely Amber giving our creep of the week on the show.
Yes.
Met her afterwards.
Yeah.
It was just gorge.
We saw quite a lot of Huns out and about afterwards, didn't we, while we were whining?
Yeah.
We were there with Rachel Fairburn. She was battered as well. We were all a bit fucked. Stunning.
We do that sometimes.
Stunning behaviour.
What are you reading there?
Oh, I don't know why that's... A Flicker in the Dark. It's about a woman whose dad was a serial killer. Yeah. A flicker of the clitter in the dark.
A flicker of the clitter?
Flicker me in the bush.
Flicker me in the dark.
It looks quite nice though, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
I talked over you. What was it about?
It's about a woman whose dad was a serial killer. And now she's a psychotherapist. And history is repeating itself. And on the anniversary of her father's crimes, a girl goes missing. I think it's going to be someone very close to her because it always fucking is. But it is quite a good book so far. I'm enjoying it. I think it's got glittery bits on the front there. It's not giving horror or thriller, is it?
Yeah, well, it's a bit cabin
I'd love to hang out there.
Yeah, it's giving Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
It's nice.
My hair's so greasy.
Is it?
Yeah, I need to go and wash it.
Yeah, I was going to wash mine this morning and I just thought, do you know what? Sometimes I can't be asked to wash my hair.
I completely agree. I've been getting to a bit of a bad habit where I've not been washing it barely at all.
Really?
Yeah.
It's apparently good for you to let it...
I know, but it does feel a bit rank.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's time.
It's definitely time.
I mean, sometimes I'll do it every day. Sometimes every other day, but that's not good for your hair,
no, it is not. Mamma mia. Sometimes. My hair has never been in worse condition than when I used to wash it every day.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to go swimming every morning.
Yeah.
Before work, and I'd have to wash it every day, and it was horrible. It went thin, it went lank, it was greasy by the end of the day. It's never been in worse condition.
And then what if you just left it?
I now use this spray that waterproofs my hair from the chlorine. So all I have to do is rinse it out. I don't wash it.
It's quite specific to your schedule, which is dipping in the pool a lot. No, you just like a pool.
I fucking love, and I don't like going in the pool and not putting my head under. That feels too grown up for me.
It's like when you pushed me down and then held me down in the water.
When did I do that? Never.
In the pool, and you went, Susie, this will be funny. Put your legs up and then your head down. And then I was like, I'll give it a go. And then you went, ugh. And I was like, and I tried to surface, but I couldn't because you were holding me under
down, yeah.
Also, there's no lifeguards at that pool.
No, there isn't.
So you could have murdered me and be like, oopsie.
Yeah. But no, what I meant was you put your legs over the side, you hook your legs over, and then you go under and put your back to the wall because your lower lung is accessed. That's never usually used. So you can literally hold your breath for hours. Maybe not hours, but a lot longer than.
Sounds a bit dodgy on that one.
We have to do it again.
That sounds like a TikTok
We
theory.
must do it again.
Have we got any goss from yesterday?
We got any goss from yesterday? No. I mentioned I was dressed as a priest in a church and did a choir boy joke, and that made me want to crawl up my own asshole and die.
Yeah. We weren't hugely appropriate, but we were neither hugely inappropriate.
No.
I think we struck a good balance.
I think we'll be struck off if anybody finds out about that. But anyway, should we do tarot? We're both too hungover for just general chat, aren't we? It's obvious.
Yeah, go on then.
Right, here we go then. Susie hasn't bought the other ones.
What?
It's
judgment. Oh, stop being so judgy.
It's not a good one, is it, that?
Fucking tarot being
It's not a good one, is it?
What does it mean?
Judgment.
Was it judging
tarot.
for our wine habits yesterday?
The judgment card in tarot signifies transformation, self-reflection, awakening. Oh, that's all right. It suggests a time of heightened self-awareness and discovery, prompting a re-evaluation of one's life path and values.
Well, maybe my values and path need to be better because of how much fun I had on the weekend.
Yeah, it says this card encourages you to go to the pool and do some work with Hannah this afternoon.
I don't think I can, you know.
What?
I think I have to go back to the villa and just sit there and stare at a wall.
Right, well, you or James Barr have to come with me, and I don't care which one it is.
I'm having a Moju fresh fruit ginger shot. You know that they're very in vogue now, aren't they? These shots.
I'm not convinced. I drink them a lot.
I do,
but I'm not convinced that they work.
I'm not sure what the fuck they're supposed to do.
Well, it's just This is the most annoying thing. That's about £2.
I know,
and
or
it's
more,
ginger
$2.80.
and lemon and probably a bit of spice. I bet it costs less than 1p to make.
Yeah, I know.
It's terrifying.
But if it's good for me. Chicken nuggets are good
I'm
for me.
from Louisiana and I pay overpriced ginger and lemon shots.
They're
Fucking hell.
good for me.
Right, should we do a story?
Yeah.
Carmen Winstead was 17 years old when her parents decided to move to Indiana. Her father had lost his job, and the only way he could find new employment was by moving to a new state. The relocation caused a lot of problems for Carmen. She had to leave her friends behind and attend a whole new school in Indiana. I am going to say that like that for the rest of the part.
Indiana.
Carmen had a hard time making friends when she changed schools. It was the middle of the school year, and most of the students had no interest in befriending the new girl, which is weird because I used to love befriending the newbies.
Did you?
Yeah, I loved it.
I don't think we had many newbies.
I'd bring them into my crowd. I'd be like, come on.
I think I'd judge them and go, are they worth it?
No, I'd always take them. And then if I didn't like them, I'd boot them out.
Yeah, both of us are horrible.
I didn't do that. I used to... It was like when I was younger and I was like in year 2. And it's such a visceral memory of this girl being like, oh, there's a new girl here. And it was almost like I wanted to go and get like the last chair. I was like itching to go and talk to her because I wanted to like claim her as mine. And I just remember running up to her and going, do you like skipping?
Oh, yeah. What an opening line.
And she looks petrified. And even the teacher was like, can you...
Allow her to
Hannah,
breathe
give
a
her
bit.
a second.
Let her put a pencil case
Do
on
you
the
like skipping?
desk.
Yeah, please. Let her take a coat off. And I couldn't. I was like,
that's quite cute.
Come on. Yeah.
Did she enjoy skipping?
I can't remember if we ever became friends or not. I think we did. I don't know who it was. I just remember shouting it at some poor fucker.
Poor fucker.
Poor little kid, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a sunny day and we were allowed to play on the fields. So
you just wanted to go skipping.
And I wanted to
surprised it wasn't swimming.
Yeah, me too, to be fair. I would have, had I been allowed, I would have. In fact, I remember we had like a little nature reserve on the field, and I would get in the river, like with all the toads and the frog spawn and whatever.
Oh, so nature girl.
Yeah, smash them all up as my little lumpy body gets in.
My mum told me this story. She said that I think year 3 teacher, apparently some girl had nicked my coat at school.
What a bitch.
And so we're all traipsing. So it was a really hot day. It was like 38 degrees in London, right? So they took us all swimming. But my teacher in year 3 said, you can't come, Susie, because you haven't got your overcoat. And I said, I haven't got it because I can't find it anywhere. She went, well, if you don't have your coat with you, you're not coming.
What overcoat?
It was just a coat that I was supposed to have at school as part of the uniform. And she forbade me to go to the swimming pool on a hot day and kept me alone in the classroom. And
that is disgusting.
I know. And I told my mum about it. And my mum stormed into school and was like, how dare you keep a young child away from the swimming pool when all of her friends went and you kept her back from a stolen coat? She went, well, she told me she just didn't have it.
It doesn't fucking matter,
Doesn't matter. And she was like, and my mum apparently called her mean-spirited. And that really didn't go down well.
I would have called her a fucking cunt. Imagine how that would have gone down.
Yeah.
And I would have done it if I was the student as well.
Yeah, but isn't that mean?
That is so mean.
Poor little me.
Yeah,
being
they
like,
always used to do that at school.
I can't go swimming.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
They always used to do that, like not wearing blazers. Like, it's fucking roasting.
It's roasting, and just like, also, I think that's a bit sadistic.
Yeah, teachers are mental.
It's those sort of people that probably would have been Nazis.
Yeah, not all teachers, but most teachers.
No, but
were
the ones who
bellend.
have that tendency, I'm like, there's something fucked in your brain.
Yeah.
To do that to a young kid.
Yeah, there is. That's pretty gross.
Yeah. Anyway. Wish her well.
I wonder where she is now.
I think she might be dead.
Good. Could have happened to a better person, actually. Karma, bitch. Can't say that.
I hope you can go swimming in hell.
Dead.
We are being, honestly, I'm being silly, and I do wish her the best.
Yeah, of course we're being silly.
Sure
but she does sound like a cunt.
Yeah.
I would have cried my little eyes out if someone had stopped me from getting in the water.
Yeah.
I would have sobbed.
Well, weirdly, I don't remember I don't have a memory of it, but my mum was like, yeah,
trauma.
Yeah.
You've blocked it out. That's what's happened.
Horrible.
Anyway, Carmen's started a new school and no students wanted to talk to her. Initially, she spent many days alone walking from class to class without speaking to anyone. That fan is so funny.
Is it really loud?
No, it's fine. But
yeah.
Susie's just had a fucking fan on. And Tim's just gone, Susie, could you turn the fucking fan off, please? He didn't say fucking, I'm putting words in his mouth. Absolutely hilarious. I just looked up and you were like, yes. And he's like, put it on oscillate, put it on oscillate.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Have you seen that thing online, though, where this guy's done a stand-up bit about a fan? And he's like, when I put it on oscillate, I imagine it's saying no, like really slowly.
Oh, really?
So I ask it things that a fan would say no to, like, do you keep my hair in place? It's like, do you keep all my papers in order?
That's funny.
Yeah, it really
That's
made me laugh.
really silly.
Okay. So initially she spent many days alone walking from class to class without speaking to anyone, but eventually started hanging around with a group of 5 other girls. Carmen thought these girls were her friends, but it wasn't long before she discovered that they'd been talking about her behind her back and spreading vile rumours.
Oh, I don't like that.
When she confronted them, the girls turned on her and began bullying her every day, making her life a misery. They were calling out names, but then the bullying got much worse. One day she left her school books in the classroom at break time. When she returned, she found someone had taken a Sharpie and written dirty words all over a book. Oh. Like, ass.
Ass. Yeah.
And
okay, it's taken
scrubber, I don't know.
5 minutes to get ass in.
Ass. It's always weird that how obsessed I am with ass.
Mm.
Another day, she opened a bag and found that someone had poured yogurt all over the inside. Sometimes she'd come to school and find that a locker had been vandalised. The final straw was when she'd put... Oh my God, this is rank. The final straw was when she put on a coat at recess and found out that someone had put dog shit in her pockets.
Oh,
how awful's that? I'm not laughing because I don't find it funny at all, but it's just like... That's psychopathic.
Yeah.
That you would go out and get dog shit and put it in someone's pocket. Yeah. Although my dad used to go into the garden and pick the dog shit up, like with it, like the old inside-out plastic bag trick. Tie it up, and then he'd walk past you on the way to the bin and just plop it on your head.
Oh.
And go like, shithead, or something like that.
Oh my God, but those bags had holes in them.
Well, they'd use like Tesco bags.
Yeah, those do have air holes.
Yeah, and it felt warm.
Yeah. That is rough.
Shithead. Or
rough.
Bag of shite, that's what he used to say. Bag of shite, and then just like plop it on your head. It was really rank. Anyway, There and then, Carmen decided that she couldn't take the bullying any longer. She planned to stay behind that evening after school and tell her teacher what had been happening. Unfortunately, her decision came too late to save her life. After lunch, her teacher announced that the school was holding a fire drill. When the alarm sounded, Carmen and the other students filed out of the classroom and assembled in the yard outside. As the teachers read out the roll call, the gang of five girls... Oh, the gang of five...
Gangnam Style!
Whoop up Gangnam Style!
Gangnam Style.
The gang of five girls decided this was a great opportunity to embarrass Carmen in front of the whole school during the fire drill. They moved over to where Carmen was standing near a sewer drain and began crowding the poor girl, getting in her face and nudging her towards the open manhole. They pushed her and she tripped over and fell headfirst on the manhole. This isn't a true story, but that bit did make me laugh. Because it's just so cartoony.
Why?
Just reminds me like a cartoon.
Like...
Yeah. When they saw her falling, the girls started giggling, and when Carmen's name was called out, they shouted, "She's down the sewer!" All of the other students began laughing, but when the teachers looked down the manhole and saw Carmen's body lying at the bottom in the muck and the poo...
Very nice. Well
Poop.
pronounced.
The laughter abruptly stopped. Her head was twisted around at an odd angle and her face was covered in blood. But worse still, she wasn't moving. There was nothing any of the teachers could do for her. Carmen was dead. When the police arrived and she went down into the sewer, they determined that she'd broken her neck. Her face had been torn off when she hit the ladder on the way down, and her neck snapped when she landed on her head. The police hauled Carmen's body out of the sewer and sent her to the mortuary. Everyone had to stay behind at school while the police questioned all of Carmen's classmates. The five girls lied to the police, saying that they'd witnessed Carmen falling down the sewer. The police believed the girls and Carmen Winstead's death was ruled an accident and the case was closed. Everyone thought that that was the last they would hear of Carmen Winstead, but they were wrong. Months later, Carmen's classmates began receiving strange emails on their MySpaces. So this was like 1921.
Mm-hmm.
The emails were titled, "They Pushed Her," and claimed that Carmen hadn't really fallen down the sewer, she'd been pushed. The emails also warned that the guilty people should own up and take responsibility for their crime. If they didn't, there would be horrible consequences. Most people dismissed the emails as a hoax, but others weren't sure. A few days later, one of the girls who pushed Carmen down the sewer was at home taking a shower when she heard a strange cackling laugh. It seemed to be coming from the drain. The girl started to freak out and ran out of the bathroom. That night, the girl said goodnight to her mum and went to sleep. 5 hours later, her mum was awoken in the middle of the night by a loud noise that resounded through the house. She ran into her daughter's room only to find it empty. There was no trace of the girl. The worried mother called the police, and when they arrived, they conducted a search of the area. Eventually, they found the girl's grisly remains. Her corpse was lying in the sewer, covered in muck and poo.
Oh, no.
Her neck was broken, her face was missing, it had been completely torn off. One by one, all of the girls who pushed Carmen that day were found dead. They'd all been killed in exactly the same way and were all found in exactly the same spot. In the sewer at the bottom of the same uncovered manhole where Carmen had met her doom. Why are there just manholes uncovered around? I've never seen one of those,
real
ever.
health and safety worry, isn't it?
But the killing didn't stop there. More and more of Carmen's former classmates were found dead. It seemed that anyone who didn't believe that Carmen had been pushed was eventually found down in the sewer with their necks broken and their faces torn off. They say that Carmen's ghost is still on the rampage, hunting down anyone who doesn't believe her story. According to the legend, Carmen will get you. Whether it's from a toilet, a shower, or a sink or a drain. When you go to sleep, you'll wake up in the sewer in complete darkness, paralysed, unable to move, hearing cackling laughter all around you. Then as you scream in horror, Carmen will come and tear your face off. So be careful who you bully, because you just might find yourself on the receiving end of the curse of Carmen Winstead.
Yeah.
I like that.
A good moral
happy ending.
Tale.
Everyone dead. You motherfuckers.
Yeah, and also a ripped face off. That's quite a harsh.
Oh, I like peeling a face
blow.
mask off, so I wonder if it's the same feeling.
What, like a Korean peel?
Yeah, I love that. I love peeling
Gangnam
a face
style.
mask off. Gangnam style face mask.
Yeah. Ultimately, Carmen's just done them a face peel.
Yeah.
Chemical peel.
I quite liked it. I like a bit of revenge.
I do too.
I'm in the mood for it.
And that should never have happened to Carmen.
No.
And those bitches deserved it. Bitches.
It's a bit like your teacher.
Bitches. Yeah. No, I wish her the best. I couldn't say.
How old was she when you were at school?
I think fairly old.
So you reckon that...
Could be.
She's gone.
Could be on the dead end, yeah. Righty-ho. Let's see what you'd like.
Yes, please.
My brother came back from a solo hike. He's not the one who came home.
Oh, a mimic story.
He was only gone for 2 days. Said he needed to clear his head, so he packed light and headed up into the Whentas. Uintas.
You what?
Uintas.
Whentas.
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 Whentas coming.
Whentas. When does bus coming?
Whentas. Is she blinking or is she Whentas at me?
When does my period stop?
Anyway, he headed up into the Whentas with his usual gear. No big deal. He's done it before, but this time when he came back, something was off.
All the gear, plenty of idea.
Plenty idea.
When this man coming home?
Whentas been?
Whentas been?
I mean,
Whentas been?
Whentas been?
What does that mean? When this session gonna end us? I'm so tired.
Ow! That's my brain.
Whentas.
That's my brain saying ow. It started with how he walked in. No announcement, no, I'm back. Just opened the door, set his pack down, and stood in the kitchen like he forgot what it was for. I was at the table, mid-bite. He looked at me and smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. Good trip? I asked. He nodded, still smiling. That smile didn't drop once the whole night. Not when he told me about the mountain lion tracks near his campsite. Not when I noticed he was wearing my sweatshirt, the one he hates. Not even when I asked what trail he took and he said North Ridge. There is no North Ridge. Not here. That night I couldn't sleep. Something about how he moved felt wrong. Too smooth, too studied. At one point, I got up to check the locks and caught a glimpse of him in the hallway mirror. He was just standing in the dark, staring at it. Not at his reflection, at the space beside it. The next morning, I found a dead bird on the porch, not torn apart, just laid out neatly like a gift. He said he didn't put it there. Then he asked if I remembered when our mum died. The thing is, she's still alive.
She's still alive.
Mm-hmm. I waited until he went out back. He said he wanted...
What did he say when she said, when did mum die?
I don't know.
What if he was like, she's alive? What are you talking about?
Maybe he just went, oh, I need to take a bit of
Oh,
air.
yeah, he just changed subject.
Mm-hmm.
Look over there.
Look over there. Whentas.
Whentas.
Whentas looking over there, Bean.
Whentas Bean. I
Whentas
don't understand
Bean.
that at all. Whentas we have dinner?
I waited until he went out back. He said he wanted to feel the sun, but just stood in the middle of the yard, arms hanging loosely at his sides, face tilted upward like he was trying to remember what warmth felt like.
That's a very weird thing to say anyway.
Yeah.
I just want to feel the sun.
That gave me maybe 10 minutes. I went straight for his pack. It looked normal at first. His knife, half-used water bladder.
Huh?
Oh, it's like those water packs.
Yeah, that I hate when they're called.
Call it a water bladder.
Do you know what walkers and hikers are fucking obsessed with water?
Yeah.
They're obsessed with it.
I know. Well, I
know it's...
you need it to save your life.
I know you do need it to survive, but like, just use a fucking bottle or use one thing. Stop talking about your fucking bottles and your canteens and your water bladders and your water fucking UV things. Oh, it's infuriating.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I just hate hikers, I must say.
It's the same kind of vibe with cycling. Whenever it's all the fucking add-ons and bits and pieces, and you're like, just get on a bike.
Yeah, just get on a bike because you're only cycling from embankment to fucking
like
King's Cross, aren't you? So like,
off.
It's a 10-minute cycle,
and they're all fucking clad.
With their little bollocks just perked up with some.
It's absolutely.
It's the men actually that are the most annoying ones.
Yeah, I don't see any women that annoy me on bikes.
No, I must agree. Yeah, I hate all this as well. Like, excuse me,
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't care about whether or not it's good for the environment. I don't like it. They don't pay bloody road tax, do they?
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, someone's saying the truth bombs.
Yeah. Whentas the truth bombs?
Whentas the truth bomb, Bean?
Whentas the truth?
It looked normal at first. His knife, half-used water bladder, trail snacks he didn't touch. But when I unzipped the bottom pouch, I found something he would have never brought home.
Trail snacks look disgusting as well.
Sometimes they look all right.
Try. What would not have brought home?
A lock of hair.
Oh.
Tied with red thread. Dry, brittle, not his colour, not mine. It looked old, like it had been buried in salt or ash. Underneath it was a scrap of parchment. Something drawn in charcoal, rough circles layered with jagged lines, stick figures warped around a central shape. I didn't recognise the symbol, but the longer I stared, the more I felt like I should. When I turned it over, a single word was scrawled in the corner in tiny, frantic handwriting. Return. I barely had time to zip the pack shut before I heard the back door open. He stepped inside, eyes still fixed on the ceiling like something might be living just above it. You been in my bag? He asked calmly. I lied, said no. He smiled. That damn smile. It stayed frozen while he poured himself a glass of water, gulped it down too fast, and then poured another. His throat made no sound as he swallowed. Later that night, I woke up to him, humming. A song we used to sing when we were little, only half the melody was wrong. Notes bent in places they shouldn't bend. The words didn't rhyme anymore. And when I peeked down the hallway, I saw him standing at my bedroom door, back turned, not moving, just listening.
What you doing, perv?
He's a fucking alien. He didn't say anything when I asked what he was doing. He just walked away. In the morning, he was already at the kitchen table when I got up. No coffee, just sitting. He looked at me with that too wide smile and said, "Why'd you lie, little brother?" He asked why I lied. I didn't answer. I just stood there, heartbeat hammering behind my ribs, wondering how long he'd known. If he saw me touch the pack, if he'd ever really turned his back at all. He didn't press the question, just smiled and went back to staring at the table. Later, he left again. No word, no jacket, just walked out into the tree line and vanished like he'd always belonged there. This time, I didn't check the pack. I waited. And after midnight, he came back. His hands were covered in dirt, shirt torn. No blood, just wrong. Like it wasn't made for his body anymore, like his limbs had started to stretch beneath the seams. He didn't say anything, he just walked past me and went straight into the basement. That's when I heard it. Knocking, but not from the door. From inside the pack.
It's a borrower.
Slow, wet, rhythmic, like knuckles dragging against plastic. I opened it. The first thing I saw was the hair again, matted now, damp with something dark. Beneath it, something wrapped in a tattered grey cloth. I should have stopped there. I didn't. I reached in and pulled it free. It was a jar, sealed with wax and twine, and inside
Nipples.
was a mouth.
What?
Not a full face, just a mouth, twisted in a silent scream, gums torn back, lips stitched closed with animal sinew, but it was breathing.
What, like head
jaw.
chopped that way?
Yeah, imagine the bottom of a skull.
And then head chopped that, so like the bottom of a head.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The glass fogged up every few seconds. It was trying to speak. Then I realised something. It looked like mine. I dropped it. The jar didn't break. It just rolled to the edge of the floor and sat there, vibrating softly. Then from the basement, his voice called up. Except it wasn't really his. It was mine. Low. Hollow. Almost like he was trying it on for the first time.
I could have a breakdown at this point.
"Why'd you go through my things, little brother?" I didn't answer.
What?
I was too busy watching the jar. It was smiling now. The end.
What? So
I think he's nicked his brother's face.
do you know what? I thought this person was a woman. That's what's confused me. Because all the way through I was like, it's a woman.
Oh, wait, well.
I imagined a ginger woman with a big blunt fringe and a zest for life.
No, I think it's just little brother, he kept saying.
Yeah, I'd only just realised that. Okay.
But he's sort of taken on his face and now he's going to steal his
identity.
voice. Yeah.
Whent in my face. Whent in my mouth. Whent in my fucking asshole.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Right, you ready for another?
Yeah.
The storm came fast. Claire's car hydroplaned off a narrow country road just outside Wren Hollow, which I think sounds real fun. Her phone was dead, no signal. Windshield wipers were useless. She saw a porch light flicker ahead in a lonely house tucked behind trees, so she knocked. In case you don't know what knocking is, a tall man in his late 40s answered, neatly dressed, calm. Bad night to be out, he said with a half smile. Come in. He's got that accent. Bad night to be out, he said with a half smile. Come in. His name was Ethan. He made a tea without her asking. He was pretty hot, Claire thought. I'd love to use your phone if that's all right. Oh, the phones are out, I'm afraid, but you're welcome to spend the night. Can't have you out there in that storm all alone, can we?
Oh, dear.
Claire smiled. What other choice did she have? The house was old, but clean. It smelled of pipe cleaner and something off. Coppery. Claire... So is the house made of copper. Claire noticed Claire noticed the photos on the walls. Portraits. Lots of them. Some framed, some just nailed to the wall. Men, women, all different. Family? She asked. Ethan smiled faintly. Sure. Then that night, thunder cracks. That night, went in my mind. That night, thunder cracked non-stop. Claire couldn't sleep. Something felt wrong. The air, the quiet. At 2 a.m, she heard footsteps in the hallway. Slow, heavy. She sat up. The steps stopped at her door. She held her breath. She held her breath, not anyone, not our breath. The door creaked open on its own. No one was there. Then, slam! The door shut hard behind her. She turned on the lamp. The bulb popped. Complete darkness. Suddenly, in the mirror by the closet, a woman's face. Pale. Dead. Eyes wide with terror. Claire spun around. There was no one there. You're a mad cow, Claire said to herself. Go to sleep, stupid bitch. She didn't say stupid bitch, she said stupid. Go to sleep, you stupid bitch. And to her surprise, she did. The next morning, Ethan was chipper, making breakfast like nothing had happened. Claire stared again at the portraits. They looked more like mugshots. All of them were scared. One woman even had a black eye. So, you said they were family members? Claire asked. I never said that, did I, Claire? Then, she noticed something on the wall, a number carved beneath the photos. 17. Claire froze. There were 17 portraits, including the most recent, but the frame was empty. But her name was already scratched into the wood underneath. Oh my God. Right. She panicked and tried to leave. The front door was locked, windows were nailed shut, while Ethan's back was turned, making a cheese and onion omelette. I don't like the idea of that, don't they?
Oh, I do.
Cheese and onion omelette?
Yeah.
I like a cheese and onion sandwich.
Cheese omelette is amazing.
Cheese and onion omelette?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't sure about that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't like anything in my omelettes other than cheese.
No.
Don't put your fuck off with your peppers.
No, tomato.
No.
Spring onion.
No. I'd take spring onion.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, no. Wet, soggy. No.
Oh, no, it can be good.
Keep all your fucking bits and bobs to your dirty self, all right?
Yeah,
I just want cheese.
Cheese.
And I will never flip, but I bake the omelette.
How do you do that?
I don't fry it, I just bake it.
How?
In the oven.
What do you mean?
Honestly, Susie's just looked like I've just shat on her mum's head.
Mean?
She's looking at me. Like, I just put I put it in the pan.
Yeah.
And then I fry it. And then I don't turn it over, I just put it in the oven to finish off.
Oh, I've never done that in my life.
Well, I just find flipping it too complicated.
Oh.
And then when it's all cooked, I just take it out.
So you spin up, you whisk it with you spin it with the fork.
You spin your eggs.
Then you put your eggs in the pan, and it feels like a pancake. And then you put that pan in the oven.
Yeah.
I've never put a pan in the oven.
Why not?
Because it shouldn't. It doesn't belong there.
You absolutely can. I think it's a very
with an open door.
No, you just put the whole fucking pan in the oven.
With an open door.
No, no, with a closed door. You close the door on it.
Oh,
and then you get it out like you would any other pan or tray or anything.
Well, the handle's hot now.
Well, anything you put in the oven's hot. You just have to use the handle. Imagine you getting a pan out of the oven and just being like, oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, because the handle isn't for baking.
Okay, well, what do you do when you normally take something out of the oven?
Well, obviously I use a towel or an oven glove.
It's a towel. Dancing with death.
Why?
Because it's not safe.
Anyway, I want to know what happens to Claire.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Where was this fucking
thing?
Right, while Ethan's back was turned making a cheese and onion omelette, she ran under the stairs through a door. It led to a basement. No. She's an idiot. No. Inside, there was plastic sheets, rusted saws, bloodstains, jars. In one corner, a mannequin wearing a hoodie. Her hoodie. Next to it, a camera. Footage was playing on a small screen, her walking up the porch, her drinking tea, and the faces of other victims caught on tape. Suddenly, a voice behind her. You weren't supposed to see this. She turned. Ethan stood in the dark, knife in hand, and then flash! All the lights went out. A scream echoed, not Claire's, but his. The lights flickered back on. Ethan was on the ground and a woman stood over him, soaking wet, eyes black with rot. That's how I felt this morning, to be honest. The one from the mirror. She didn't speak. She opened her mouth unnaturally wide. Snap! Ethan, it's a bit CBeebies, that story, isn't it? But with the content's a bit like...
It's quite scary.
She opened her mouth unnaturally wide. Snap! Ethan's neck snapped. Ethan's neck twisted sharply. His body went limp. Claire stood frozen. The ghost looked at her. Claire blinked. The woman was inches from her face. If we have to stay here, you do too.
Oh, no.
Weeks later, the police investigated after neighbours reported the smell. They found the basement, the portraits. Now, there were 18. Claire's and the newest one showed Ethan, mouth open in terror. Next to him in the background, a pale woman smiling. The end.
Wow.
I know, it's not very feminist, that, is it?
No, it's not.
It's a bit like, what's she done?
She saved her life.
Yeah. No, she didn't. She was like, you're coming down too. I know, it's giving low self-esteem.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Like, I know you're dead and that's sad.
Yeah.
But like, she doesn't need to die.
No, she doesn't.
No.
Unfair.
I really wanted the women to rise above the man, but, alas.
Yeah. Alas. Sometimes
I don't think I've ever used alas before. And today was the day I chose it.
Are you ready for a creep of the week?
Cow.
Week of the creep. Week of the creep.
It makes my arsehole tighten, that.
So, this is from...
You look like a male disgraced radio presenter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got that vibe today. Yeah. I think it's the cap and the shirt combined and the headphones.
Yeah, it's a bit cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit,
A bit like I live in Hackney.
Yeah.
But I don't. No shade in Hackney. Let's go Hackney.
No. You just you'd look like you'd have like somebody had sent in being like, you can give a shout out to my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's from Sarah. He sounds like a massive slang.
Yeah.
Oof, doof, ha, pow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I kind of want my own radio show now. Okay. Hello, ladies. My name is Sydney, and I'm from Lansing, Michigan in the US. I love listening to your pod and would love if you share these unexplained experiences I had in my childhood home.
Thank you.
With your listeners.
Great.
Growing up, my mother and stepfather lived in an old home that had been fixed up. The building had been standing for over 50 years, but had great bones. In my earlier years, I lived with my father, due to him having primary custody of me and my two sisters, but would spend the summers in this home. About 5 years of family court later, my mother received primary custody of us, so we naturally moved in. At first, it was just like any other home. The basement was a bit creepy, but what basement isn't? The floor was unfinished cement and bare wooden beams, which could be seen on the walls and ceilings. On one of the beams, there was a name scratched into the wood. Sean.
Right.
It's a bit like the one we've just listened to, like the carved Claire.
Yeah.
Anyway, my sisters and I used to joke that Sean was buried under the cement floor but had no historical content to back up our claims. As the years went on, there were several strange occurrences that we explained away or brushed off, but 3 distinct experiences still haunt me to this day. The first, a ghostly request. My youngest sister, you can call her Mary, and I were playing in our room. Our bedroom was on the main level, and directly above us on the second level was my mother's master bathroom. She'd often call our names from up there and ask us questions or yell at us to keep the noise down. This is why Mary and I did not question when we heard, very faintly, Mary's name being called from where we believed was the upstairs bathroom. It was almost so faint that we yelled back in question, "Yeah?" Mary yelled in return. She received no response, so we both trudged up the stairs to see what my mother wanted. "Did you call me?" Mary asked. My mother was in the tub. "No," she said. "Why?" Mary and I looked at each other a little spooked. We'd both heard the voice. When we returned to the bedroom, we realised that we'd been playing right next to an air vent that led directly to the basement.
Oh, no, girl.
No.
Not basement people.
Fuck no, girl.
Fuck no basement peoples.
The second experience, the haunted DS. This experience still gives me chills. At the age of 6, my sister Mary was gifted a pink Nintendo DSi for her birthday. What's a DSi?
Is it a Nintendo thing?
What is it?
I think it's a games console.
Like DS, what does that stand for?
Is
Like
it a Nintendo DS?
Yeah. Is it like a...
It's like a Game Boy, I think.
Game Boy. Okay.
I want one of those. I do want one of those that's got Sonic on.
Yeah, but that's...
Because I used to love Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah, Sega Mega, like...
They were good.
No idea. Tim, do you know what that is? DS?
It'll be a Game Boy.
Dual screen.
Oh.
So it's like a game... what do I call it then? Handheld games console. Thank you. Okay. She got a handheld dual screen games console for her birthday. Her favourite game was to play Super Mario Brothers.
I love that. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. And she would spend hours getting lost in the game. One day, she lost the little square game disc that plugs into the DS. You can't play the game unless the disc is plugged into the DS. One day, she was scrolling through some audio recordings that she created and saved on the DS. She noticed an unlabelled recording.
Oh, I didn't realise.
And press play. Mary would often play music on her iPod and record the music with her DS. This particular recording began as Katy Perry's Firework. About 25 seconds into the song, an eerie...
21 seconds to go. I got 21 seconds to go. I got 21 seconds to go.
About 25 seconds into the song, an eerie and glitchy version of the intro to Super Mario Brothers played over the top of the Katy Perry song. It then overpowered the Katy Perry song and continued in a skippy, glitchy manner. It sounded like a scratched record or a radio with bad signal. It then stopped and promptly began playing Katy Perry again like nothing happened. A few of my friends came over a couple of days later for a sleepover. We all gathered round the DS. My friend Izzy began recording the audio on her cell phone. She sent it to a mutual friend of ours to show her, but we later discovered that when that friend received the audio, there was no sound. We tried again and again to send out the recording to prove this friend that we weren't making the experience up, but every audio file sent was blank. The DS would not let this experience be shared. This was not the last experience with the DS. If you want more, let me know. Below, I've included receipts of our group messages when trying to share this audio with our mutual friend. And there's like texts being like, I can't open it. The third experience, a male visitor. My youngest sister, you can call her Mary. Well, yes.
Because that is her name.
Well, that's what we've been calling her all along. She hated surprises. She'd do everything in her power to find out what was being hidden from her. She'd always find her birthday and Christmas presents hidden in my parents' attic space or eavesdrop on conversations to find out details that were to be unknown to her. In December of 2018, my aunt and I instructed Mary to go up to her bedroom so we could discuss what I'd gotten her for Christmas. Reluctantly, she waltzed up the stairs to her bedroom, or so we thought. A few moments later, she tiptoed out of her room and set her phone on record and placed it on the stairwell leading down into the living room. She intended on recording my aunt and I's conversation and discovering what her gift was. Unfortunately for her, my mother was on the phone in the next room. Her very loud voice seemingly covered the conversation she was trying to capture. But what my mother's voice didn't cover, I still can't explain to this day. This is an important detail to the story. There were only 4 people home at this point in time. Or when Mary began recording, myself, my aunt, my mother, and Mary. What the recording picked up sent chills down my spine when Mary replayed the audio footage. An unidentified male voice can clearly be heard approximately 5 seconds into this recording. In the 7 years I've had this audio, I've not been able to identify what the voice is saying, but what me and Mary know for a fact is that there is no explaining it away.
Oh.
Below, I've attached the audio file.
Oh, go on.
Please play it for your listeners, and hopefully someone can tell me what our ghostly visitor said all those years ago.
Go on with your bad self.
Thanks for listening. I hope this makes the pod and is enjoyable. Keep up the good work. Yours truly, Sydney. P.S. If the audio doesn't play, I can text it to you. Here's my number. Imagine. Okay. Are you ready to hear? 7 seconds in, yeah?
She knows full well if I live... Well, no, so that leaves it to you and Jack. Because she doesn't have an issue with me. She knows that if I lived there, she would never be excluded from anything. She knows that...
I think we've heard it.
I want to know what the gossip is going on actually in that conversation. I wasn't paying any attention to the ghost. I want to know as an issue.
Can you hear him?
Full well if I live... Well, no, so that leaves it to you and Jack.
Was it
You
that?
can hear a man, yeah.
I didn't think it. I didn't think it sounded like a man.
She knows full well if I live... Well, no, so that leaves it to you and Jack.
That is a man.
What? Go that person?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
She knows full well if I live... Well, no, so that leaves it to you and Jack.
Hey, Dad,
I think it just sounds like somebody. I think it sounded like the person.
It doesn't at all. Anyway, Huns, let us know what you think.
It's somebody doing the impression of the BMBM advert. BMBM. Do it one more time. Go on.
Hang on.
I'm going to really listen.
I was okay. But
I thought it would have been earlier than that.
this is the...
This is the new part. No, yes, it is.
Okay,
Is that the Mario Kart thing?
Yeah, that's... Hang on.
That just sounds like Mario Kart to me.
Yeah, I know. But then what's this? Let's have a look. Okay.
She knows full well if I live... Well, no, so that leaves it to you and Jack. Because...
Yeah, I did hear it more sound like a man that time.
Well, we'll try and... Well, I'm going to send this to Tim and then Tim
Slow
can
it
put
down.
and then hopefully we can turn the volume up on the edit and you can try and hear it. But that is creepy.
It is creepy, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for sending
Sydney.
Thank you so much.
Sydney's the name of the lady in Scream, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Sydney.
Oh, God, I love Scream so much.
It's
one of my
So,
favourites.
that's been a nice episode, but we've got to get haunted, don't we?
We'll get haunted, yeah.
Have you got one? I've got one. You've got one?
You have got one?
I do, actually.
Go on then, we'll do yours. We'll do mine tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to dim the lights. Right. Hannah.
Yes.
Get a lock of your hair and rip it out. Just a little bit of hair.
No.
Just a bit. Like
No.
a split end.
I don't have sex. I have lots of.
A bit of your DNA. But there's some on your fucking arm or something.
Hannah, rip some hair out of your head.
Yeah, go on.
Ow.
Ow. Well done. Okay.
I could have just lied.
Now, what you need to do is, this is about bringing someone back from the dead.
Right.
So think about that person. Do you want to tell us who it is?
Oh, I don't know. Who do I want to bring back? Can it be anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I know she's just died, but Kim Woodburn.
Kim. Okay, we're going for Kim Woodburn. So what I want you to do is hold on to that piece of hair, and shut your eyes, and then repeat after me.
Okay.
And we're going to try and conjure her into being. Okay, say this. 6 seeds she ate.
6 seeds she ate.
6 months she stays.
6 months she stays.
I bid you back through shadowed ways.
I bid you back through shadowed ways.
No fruit shall rot.
No fruit shall rot.
No bloom shall fade.
No bloom shall fade.
Return, O love, from out the grave.
Return, O love, from out the grave. But she's not even in a grave yet.
You have to listen.
She only died the other day.
Shut up. You have to listen to see if you can hear Kim. Is that her? If you hear breathing that isn't yours, continue. Count to 6 slowly and aloud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was no rhythm to that whatsoever, was there?
No. Do you feel any warmth behind you?
No.
Cool. Something static beneath your skin.
No.
Do you feel any eyes on you?
No. Always.
They will come back, but they won't be quite right. Some
Oh.
come back quiet and some come back hungry, but some just watch.
I don't know if you'd notice with Kim Woodburn, to be honest.
There you go. Right, you've just set this
God
in
love her.
motion. Kim Woodburn's coming back, but not as we know her. Very good.
Very exciting.
Very
Well, that was
good.
a lovely little episode. I had a really lovely time. We'll see you next time. If you want more content, you know where to go. www.patreon.com/ghosthunts. The Romania Ghost Hunts it will be out by the time you've listened to this.
Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.